And the CDC also saying that Florida had the fourth highest number of drug-related deaths last year.
And Manatee and Sarasota counties seem to be at the center of this crisis, with the highest and second highest number of fentanyl-related deaths in the state. ABC 7's Christopher Bradley joins us now live from downtown Sarasota with more on what local law enforcement is doing about the epidemic. Christopher?
Good evening. The Sarasota sheriff told us this is not a new problem. The Suncoast has been dealing with opioids for years. What is different, though, is the approach of law enforcement. They're putting a greater effort into educating the public in just how dangerous these drugs can be.
To create their own misery in life, to create their own addiction, to create that, I just don't understand it.
31 years in law enforcement, and Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight can't figure out why someone would risk shooting up fentanyl.
It's a killer. This is not something you play with. You get addicted very easily, and it kills very quickly. So you could be an addict for one day and be dead.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid similar to oxycodone and morphine. Its use, uncontrolled, can be deadly.
Fentanyl has replaced our oxycodones, our pills, which is what really started the epidemic, is oxycodone pills.
Since the crisis began, law enforcement tactics have changed. Instead of just incarceration, the local sheriff's offices are focusing on prevention and education. And there's some evidence to suggest it's working.
We're down 62% in our overdoses this quarter, which is a good thing, but we consider that the calm before the storm.
Just last weekend, Manatee County's Sheriff Rick Wells spoke to a crowd about helping addicts.
Making sure that those that need help, when they have no family, because as you know, families will leave them, friends leave them.
President Trump declaring it a public health emergency does open up the possibility of federal funding. Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight says the extra federal money would be helpful.
Well, we'll use it for treatment and education. But at the end of the day, having the deputies on the street in the communities interdicting it is the most important thing for Sarasota County.
It was striking today. Sheriff Knight told us that while the number of overdoses is down, the problem isn't going to go away, at least until the drugs do. Live in downtown Sarasota, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Christopher.